What if God wasn't angry? What if God was heartbroken? Listen, I'm on day 2 of the Bible in here with Father Mike Schmitz, and he said something that just stuck with me. He said, what if when Adam and Eve ate from the tree of knowledge and they were naked in the garden, and they realized that they were naked in the garden, and God said to them, who told you that you were naked? What if he wasn't angry? What if he was heartbroken? Because if he's heartbroken here, that changes the context of what's happening here really dramatically. That would change the things that God said and did after Adam and Eve ate from the tree, from acts of punishment to acts of remedy and acts of love. Let me show you. First thing that happens is that God curses the serpent. We could read that, but you get the point. God curses the serpent. Second thing that happens is that God provides the remedy for Adam and Eve. And a lot of people think this is a curse, but Father Mike said this in a really good way. The word cursed is never used when he's talking about the woman and the man. So the woman, he said, I will greatly multiply your pain in childbearing. In pain you shall bring forth children, yet your desire shall be for your husband, and he shall rule over you. And to Adam he said, because you have listened to the voice of your wife and have eaten of the tree of which I commanded you, you shall not eat of it. Cursed is the ground because of you, not yourself, but cursed is the ground. In toil you shall eat of it all the days of your life. Thorns and thistles that shall bring forth to you. And you shall eat the plants of the field. In the sweat of your face you shall eat bread till you return to the ground. Central theme here is that they must love each other through sacrifice. Eve is going to have to experience great pain and sacrifice comfort in order to birth for man. Man is going to have to sacrifice comfort in order to provide for woman. The centralized theme here is that God is saying you must both sacrifice for one another in order to love one another. Now that you are in this state of brokenness, this is what is required in order to love one another. What you're really witnessing here is even through heartbreak, God is providing for man and woman the remedy for the sin that they've inflicted upon themselves. What happens immediately after this? God kills something to provide skins for them. Lord God made for Adam and for his wife garments of skins and clothed them. This is really significant, man, because it shows that sacrifice must be made for those that we love. Something died so that Adam and Eve could wear clothes. So this is the second time we see that central theme of sacrifice for love being very significant. Last thing we see in this is they're driven out of the Garden of Eden, and a cherubim is placed at the east of the Garden of Eden so that they cannot re-enter. Now, if we read what God originally said as anger, as, oh, I can't believe you did this, then that looks like a punishment, but it's not. It's saving them. If you read God saying, who told you that you were naked, as heartbreak, then you see that the cherubim is placed at the Garden of Eden, not as punishment, but to save them from living eternal life in the state of brokenness and sin. What you're really witnessing when God says to them, who told you that you were naked, is you're witnessing a father who is saddened that his children were hurt. He's sad that his children were hurt. And even through that heartbreak, he provides for them the remedy to their brokenness and to their sin. That makes me look at that passage in a lot different of a light. I thought maybe it would do that for you too.